Hey everyone, have a here bring a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be discussing the future of Super EZAs in Dokkan and the clues it's going to give us for upcoming celebrations. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So I'm also going to be doing a Saiyan Day What's Next video, probably after this one here, but this is kind of a precursor to, because a lot of the discussion that I'm going to be talking about for the future of Super EZAs gives us clues for maybe the celebration that's going to be following, the 10-year anniversary and then ongoing as well. So let's talk about the current status of Super EZAs right now in Dokkan, and boy, did they just went all out in providing us a ton of Super EZAs. Of course, with the 10-year anniversary, we ended up getting how many? 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 Super EZA units, right? And did I count those correctly? And that basically almost doubled the amount of Super EZAs we had prior to the beginning of the 10-year anniversary celebration. So that's just, again, amazing. And what I'm showing you here are basically the old EZA Dokkan Festival units that we have, and what's really remaining up from the OG 3000s all the way to the demigods. Now, the next step for the Super EZAs would be these units here, but I don't think that we are going to get any of these until maybe Worldwide Celebration. So Worldwide Celebration, we might then finally get to see, OG class leads and Neo Gods get Super EZA. But until then, I think they're going to finish up with what they have here in these units. And again, these are going to give us some clues on what the celebrations may look like in terms of the themes. Now, the interesting thing about Super EZAs, and the reason why I'm making this video now, is because last year, the first Super EZA was introduced on Saiyan Day, which is the next celebration after the 10-year anniversary EX. So of course the first one ever that Super EZA was Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and it makes a lot of sense to have this discussion because the question here is, are they going to continue that trend and give us Super EZAs in the in this upcoming celebration? Now, over the years, we've been seeing a lot of EZAs dropping for the Saiyan Day celebration, but we've normally seen like LR EZAs and things of that nature. But the question really is they're going to continue on Super EZAs with the veracity or the amount of Super EZAs that they've been generally doing. And it makes a lot of sense because these are so old units that they're definitely, all of them are obsolete, but they got to get through this and they got to get through this group here probably within the next year and a half, right? And if they're going to, do this, they're going to have to speed up the process. And what we were getting before was like every celebration we would have a Super EZA, and that would make a lot of sense for them to do so. Because after this generation, I don't have a slide for it, then becomes the category, so category leads, and we have a ton of those. So that's going to be interesting to see when those start to Super EZA as well. So I would say back half of 2025 into 2026, we're going to see these here, whereas they're going to finish up in the next probably couple months these units down here, which it really isn't that many, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, about 6 months worth, or maybe a little bit more. So yeah, I think Worldwide Celebration would be the time for them to move on to the next grouping here. So let's talk about then what is the options for possible celebrations using, oh, totally forgot to mention this. Of course, we also have Super EZAs now to LRs. Now, of course, this happened in the 10-year anniversary, so I'm assuming that they're only going to do Super EZAs to LRs in major celebrations. So I'm going to guess they're going to do this for anniversary. They're going to do this for maybe Tanabata and Worldwide Celebration, so maybe 3 or 4 a year. I could see them increasing it to 5. But that's going to be my guess here. So I'm not going to really talk about possibilities here because technically the next one most likely would be Broly. That would make a lot of sense. Technically, that unit is the first ever bannered LR in the game, right? So the Gohan never got there, he got his banner later on, but the first ever LR banner was the STR Broly. So given that, okay, I'm going to include the Broly here, but given that, the upcoming Saiyan Day celebration then has to really focus on the available Saiyans that we have, right? That would be Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, or in this case, Blue Goku, Blue Vegeta, and we have 2 legendary Super Saiyan Brolys here. They loved Broly way back in the day. They love Broly now, but yeah, the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, both the Dokkan Festival exclusive physical one and then the LR legendary Super Saiyan Broly. So both of these, I don't think that we're going to see in this upcoming Saiyan Day celebration. It doesn't make any sense. We just had a crazy Broly celebration, worldwide celebration. Could they just end up dropping it? Sure, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So that leaves us with Vegeta and Goku. Now with Vegeta and Goku, last year we already had a Vegeta in Big Bang Vegeta, so it'd make more sense for them to possibly have a Goku, which of course that's what you saw in the thumbnail, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. Now in terms of the other EZAs that possibly could happen, again, we're using this sheet here, this grouping here, down here below. It is interesting that, of course, we had the Tech Cell that recently just EZA'd in the 10-year anniversary celebration. I foresee this later in the year that we're going to get an Android Cell Saga celebration. I don't think it's going to be now, but I think that could be in the near future. Now, something that they could do that I'm saying, okay, they might just been going all out on GT. Of recently, we just got the GT celebration for, not celebration, for the EZAs for the GTA Goku and Vegeta. They could go ahead and continue that on into a Saiyan Day celebration with a Super Saiyan 4 possibility, GT, or the Daima unit, right? So you guys have seen it already. There's no spoilers involved. Or they can just do, a Goku Vegeta or something of that nature for the Saiyan Day celebration. Now, we never had a dual unit in there, but it could be the next tag unit as well. So that could possibly be a celebration, or include the celebration of what we can have during the Saiyan Day celebration. A GT celebration, I think people would really, really like, just to increase the opportunity to do the Grade 8 power with the LR34 would make a lot of sense. So then they would Super EZA this Omega Shenron as one of the units in the celebration, being a GT celebration, or at least maybe even a Shadow Dragon Saga, dare I say it, a Shadow Dragon Saga celebration for Saiyan Day. But it would work. I think people would be happy about it because they really, really want to build up that Grade 8 power team that is looking really good in the main rotation. Just needs a few more floaters or sub units in terms of making it a top tier team. Now, Resurrection F and Golden Frieza, it kind of could go along with this here. We couldn't have a Blue Goku or Blue Vegeta in the celebration, the Saiyan Day celebration, but I just don't see it, right? I don't see this unit Super EZAing right now. So I think it's really between a GT celebration, possible Daima celebration. We're seeing that with the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, but again, I'll talk a little bit more about the reason why that might not happen in my next video, talking about the timeline here. But we're talking about Super EZAs right now. I think these are the two that makes the most sense in this upcoming celebration to Super EZA. I don't think the Broly's will go. Vegeta has a chance here. I just don't know where it fit, because this is the Dragon Ball Super Goku Black saga, which is very funny. If you go back over here, I just want to mention this. Look at the amount of Goku Black saga units that we're going to have to Super EZA here. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. So it's going to be interesting what they're going to do in terms of that. Is that going to be, I can see that as the Tanabata celebration. Like they Super EZA a bunch of these, and then the Tanabata unit be, Vegito Blue, right? Possibly. I don't think it's gonna be Worldwide Celebration because we've already had that before, but I can see this in possibly in Tanabata, where they could just have a bunch of Super EZA units, you know, on there. So back to this. So I'm gonna stick with my Goku thought frame. Is like, okay, we can have Blue Goku or Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku as the Dokkan Festival exclusive, with this being the Super EZA for the celebration, and that's where my head is at right now. So that's what I'm going to tentatively predict. My mind might even change when I do the next video in what could happen in terms of what can come for Saiyan Day, but this is going to be my preliminary thought process of Saiyan Day 318. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Dokkan Festival exclusive with the Super Saiyan Blue Super EZA. It could make a lot of sense in having that do so here. And again, we're using Super EZAs as our clue, as our subset to say, okay, what are we ending up going to get in the near future? And I just don't see anything else besides than Daima, because I think a lot of people are rooting for Daima to be the celebration. And then they can go ahead and Super EZA Omega Shenron if they go Super Saiyan 4 as the Dokkan Festival exclusive. So we'll see here. The reason why I went through this is just kind of give you guys an idea how they can maybe map out the next 6 months or so in terms of the celebration. So definitely look out for Android Cell Saga celebration, possibly a Resurrection F celebration on there. We're definitely going to see this year another Goku Black celebration, and then another Broly celebration sometime this year. So with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. If you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.